Hello everyone, I'm Grandmaster Thomas Luther and I'm reporting from Belgrade in Serbia. Here we are at the first Chess Olympiad for people with disabilities, and today was the first round. I'm going to show you a couple of very interesting games from this event here in the first round, and you see here on the screen the game between Natasha Morales from Puerto Rico versus Harry Sauti from Zambia. In this position it is white to move, and Natasha found a very nice way to convert her advantage in this game. So, white to move, and white played the surprising move rook to d5, giving up the pass pawn on c6. However, her idea was after rook takes c6, white forces the rook d6 check, forces the exchange of the rooks, and after taking on d6, knight takes d6. Now black faces the dilemma of having the pawn on b5 attacked. It was pretty much forced to move this pawn, but now all the white squares in black's camp are weak, and after knight c4 attacking the bishop, bishop moved back to d8. Now white used the weaknesses of the white squares to bring her king into black's camp. And after king b3, black cannot avoid losing all the pawns on the queen side. The game continued king e6, king to a4, f6, take the pawn on a5, bishop e7, and after knight c6, king d7, takes the bishop and takes the pawn. White is just winning the pawn ending. Black played on a few more moves after king d6, king b5, king c7, king c5, king to d7, king d5, king h6 and b3. Black decided to resign in this hopeless position. Very good start for Natasha Morales from Puerto Rico into this tournament. Now I want to show you the game from Justin Saka from the United States versus Banda from Zambia. In this game, white is already a pawn up. However, black seems to hold the position a bit. However, white just found a nice way to decide this game now tactically. In this position, white pushed the a pawn to a6, trying to destroy the shelter from the black king. And after the pretty much forced move b6, white had a very nice combination by sacrificing the rook on c6, because after bishop takes c6, now comes the deadly pin on the c-file with rook to c1. Black has absolutely no option here, and black will lose the material on c6. So the game continued queen to e7, but after rook takes c6, okay, white just won two pieces, the bishop and the knight versus one rook, and is of course winning in this position. The game finished quickly after rook to g8, queen f6, black moved the queen away, but now after rook c7 check, king a8 and bishop c6, the checkmate is coming soon, and that's why in this position black decided to resign. A very nice start for Justin Saka from the United States into the tournament. Now we come to an interesting game from the match Israel versus Venezuela. Here the white player Alexandrova versus black Henry Monterey. They played an interesting game, and here the position is like white is a pawn up. However, black has a very active position, and it looks like black has a nice tactical shot. Here black played the move knight to e2, in both ways attacking the white rook on a3 as well as the bishop on f4. But however, in the game this little combination backfired badly. Alexandrova took the pawn on c7, just removing the bishop from the threat of the knight and also attacking the other rook on d8. And now suddenly it seems like black's combination just really didn't work out. The game continued rook takes rook on a3, and now of course the bishop takes the rook on d8. And now the problem in black's position is the back rank. If the knight moves, comes a check. And this is exactly what happened here. Let me quickly show you. If the knight moves, comes of course the check on the back rank, and the king has absolutely no choice to move, and the only legal move in this moment would be to give up the bishop, and of course this would be an immediate loss in the position. So the knight cannot move. Black decided to defend this knight. However, after the attacking move king to f1, well, the same dilemma comes again. If the knight moves to any square, for instance here to c3, just a check on e8 decides, and therefore black decided to resign after this move. And yeah, also a good start for Alexandrova into this tournament. The first round of the Chess Olympiad for people with disabilities is played, and we have 12 teams who won the first round match. Subsequently, we have 12 teams losing the first round match, and of course there was one draw, so 2 teams are on just 1 point. All the leaders coming up from the Indian team, Polish team, Israeli team are all won their matches, and tomorrow we will already have very interesting pairings. For instance, Israel is playing the host, Serbia, and of course this is already a very, very tough match and decisive for the medals. So let's have a look tomorrow, and let's look forward to tomorrow's round. Thank you.